friends, it's Holly. Welcome back to Dandelion Stitches. Welcome if you're new. If you're not, if you're new, you should probably go back and watch the previous video, and I will have it linked down below, of part 1 of this series of Is All Fabric Created Equal? Which we know it's not, but we're going to find out. We're going to do research. So just as a quick little recap of what I did, I purchased fabric, cotton quilting fabric at Joann, Michaels, Amazon, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, and the Fat Quarter Shop. I cut them into 10-inch squares so that I could measure them easily. After they got a wash, I washed them to see what bled and what didn't. There'll be a little, let's just throw the video clip in right here of the washing. So I thought I'd just give you a quick overview of my system here. I'm here in my backyard, and I'm using the fire pit for my work table. So what I did, I filled up this clear container with water and a little bit of gentle soap. I use the free laundry detergent. Everything's organic, and so I didn't want to use heavy duty soap, so I put it in here and I slosh it around for a while. This is the Michaels orange, and then I leave it for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, and just let it absorb the water, and then I come back and check and see if I see any that word bleeding. If it's bleeding into the water, so far I don't see anything with this one at all. And then I've got my hose down here, and I just rinse it off and lay it in this one. This was the Amazon. Nothing, didn't bleed at all. And now that it's been washed, it feels a whole lot better. So anyway, that's my system. So far, I'm not seeing anybody bleed. Everything looks really good. So I'll keep you posted. So you see, we had a couple of bleeders. It wasn't, well, we'll get into that later. And I threw them in the dryer so that they would, get the full experience. And then I pressed them using a little best press, just to give them the benefit of the doubt that if there was shrinkage, with some best press, could it kind of help a little bit. So now we're going to go to the overhead, and I'm going to show you the results of what we came up with. All right, so the research actually, the results are going to speak for themselves, but some of what I'm going to tell you is my own opinions, and I can't, hang on, I got to go shut the window. I swear, it's all peaceful, and then as soon as I'm trying to record, every truck in the neighborhood decides it must go down. So anyway, suggestions, those are going to be my opinions, and you can take those with a grain of salt however you want to, but we're going to start with the worst and work our way up to the best. And we're going to start with, no surprise here, this is Joann. The batik did not bleed, did not shrink. I think it shrunk 1/4 of an inch on one side, which seems to be kind of what happens. A lot of them came back with that result. The both the Aqua and its little blender, or this and the blender Aqua, however we want to look at it, both bled like crazy. Like I had turquoise water. They shrunk a 1/2 inch on one side and 1/4 inch on the other side. Which seems super random to me. They do feel better having had the sizing washed out of them, but they're still, and they've got I don't know, it's not good. This is the bottom of the heap for me. Next up, Michaels. Did not shrink, which makes me think that even though it said they were 100% cotton, maybe not. Because cotton shrinks, you can't really get around that. So anyway, they bled both of them bled crazy. So my feeling is if you want to use this for anything that there might even be the most remote chance that you're going to sit it on the ground or it's going to get wet, you really need to wash it first. And even then, I'm not even sure. It bled really, really badly. Enough that I feel like if it did get wet, it would, leave an orange something behind if you made a bag or whatever out of it. So they feel nice. Even though they shrink like crazy, the pattern is still really clear. It's okay. It's okay. So Amazon did not bleed at all. It had a 1/4 inch shrink like most of these do. The water got murky with sizing. It was so full of sizing. It was crazy. But it feels really nice now. I'm not, again, convinced that maybe this is 100% cotton, even though it did shrink a little. I'm not sure. But here's what I have to say about this. And I will link all of these fabrics, if I can find them online, down below. This one I certainly can. This would be awesome tote bag fabric. It would be awesome tablecloth fabric. I think tablecloths would be adorable, especially if outside, like on your picnic table or whatever. So I got to hand it to wherever this came from, whatever it is. Not bad. Not bad. Next up is Walmart. I only have one piece. The other one must have gotten lost in the dryer. And we have a pipe broken in the basement. And I'm not going back down there. So anyway, this one also had just a ton of sizing work. I left them in the water for like 5-ish minutes. And I might have left this one in for a little bit longer. But when I came back, it was just murk from the sizing that had been on it. But if you wash it first and you get all the sizing off of it, it's not awful. It did the same 1/4 inch shrink that most of them have done. It wouldn't be my first choice by any means, but it's not horrible. I think that these Walmart fabrics have potential. Hobby Lobby did not bleed at all. A lot of fraying on these fabrics, and let's fold this over so I don't know if you can see, but it's a lot of fraying. I mean, many threads came up. Same 1/4 inch shrink, no bleeding. They feel really nice. These are solid contenders. Hobby Lobby's, that was good. And finally, Tulip Tango from Fat Quarter Shop, Moda, no shrink. The gray one did not shrink at all. And I think I maybe cut this one wrong. I don't know. But this one shrank a whole 1/2 inch. The red one, and was too long, I think I cut it wrong. But anyway, which is not, you know what? We're just going to get rid of this. Because if we're looking at scientific data collection, that one is not acceptable. So anyway, for the gray, very little shrinkage, beautiful. Even after the sizing is off of it, it still feels wonderful. The wrinkles came out of it really easily. Definitely top dog. So price wise, it's an interesting. So Tulip Tango 3 1/4 comes in at first. Number 2 is Hobby Lobby, $2.49, unless you can find a sale. And Hobby Lobby has a sale frequently. So Walmart, $1.25 comes in at number 3. I wouldn't make my epic lifetime quilt out of it, but it's got potential. And at $1.25, I think that's good. Amazon comes in at 4th, $1.70. Like I said, I think it's got the potential to do some specific things, but overall probably not my first choice. Yeah, Michael's is number 5. You know, okay, pricing wise, $2 is still a lot, I think, for what you get. But again, they often have sales, and so, you know, you might be able to do better. And then Joann's. There's no excuse for it. $3 a fat quarter, and this is what you get. You get a ton of sizing, a ton of bleed. They shrunk like crazy. It's just, and it is not good fabric. So anyway, there it is. That's it. So there it is, my scientific collection of data involving whether all fabric is created equal. Clearly they are not. But, you know, there are uses for those that aren't quite as lovely as others. I think that my self-declared fabric snob, I'm still a fabric snob. It's not going to change. My Tula came today, the new ones. Let me know if you want to see. I'll be glad to do a video and show you all of the Tula, because I got 1-yard cuts of all the Tula that came out, the Tiny Beast collection, and they are just, oh my goodness, so good. But thank you for watching. I hope that maybe this is going to save you a little time and having to figure out what you're going to use for your project. It was fun. I think that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Be well, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.